What's up, Dot Nation? My name is Wyatt Troy, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Behind the Dot. It is a bonus episode. But really quick, what is Behind the Dot? It is a podcast where I interview music producers, artists, music industry experts, and people of that nature on an emotional, philosophical, artistic, and music business basis. But as you notice, this is a bonus episode. That means that we are going to give a social media marketing consultation to someone. Who are we going to be giving it to? Stay tuned, you'll find out in just a second. Really quick, this is a companion podcast to our YouTube series In the DAW, where we invite music producers to come and dissect their songs in real time. We've had people like Fox Stevenson, Modestep, AU5, Said the Sky, Quicks, Say My Name, and a whole bunch of others. If you're interested in that, make sure to check out Multiplier's YouTube channel. If you'd rather listen to them, go ahead and check out the 0.5 episodes on this podcast. So who gets the social media marketing consultation this week? It is Cristina Soto. We just did a Behind the Dot episode with her. It was the episode right before this one. After this episode, if you haven't checked that out, I'd highly encourage you to go check out that episode with Cristina. But on this episode, you are going to learn about how to use Instagram ads to gain more followers. Not promoting. We are going to use ads, not promoting. Promoting sucks. You're also going to learn how you can use Instagram live collaborations to gain more followers. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of other stuff. So if you like this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, repost, follow on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Deezer, wherever you're listening. It just helps us know that we're moving in the direction that you need us to. And then again, make sure to check out that episode of Behind the DAW with Cristina Soto after this episode. But Daw Nation, with all that out of the way, here's Cristina Soto's social media marketing consultation. And Daddy, we're going to be breaking down Cristina Soto's social media marketing plan. We're going to see what she can do better, where she can do better, things that she can implement to help her get her brand, her story, her purpose, her passion out there. You ready for this, Brendan?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. So we're in Instagram right now because why are we going to Instagram first, Brendan? You tell me. Why are we going to Instagram first?
Because Instagram right now is the hot spot. It is where people are at, and especially the more younger generation, especially the more millennial type, they're on Instagram right now.
100%. If you want to go younger than that, if you want to go younger than millennials, with Snapchat, there's still a huge amount of adolescents on Snapchat. You know, like in the 13 to 17 range. That's basically the whole Snapchat realm. But so first thoughts, what's your first thoughts on her Instagram, man?
She should have more followers. We need to get her on an Instagram bot to get her out in front of people that know who she is.
That was literally the first thing that I thought. I'm like, she only has 1,000 followers. This is she's collaborated with some of the biggest names in electronic music. Not only that, like just on her own, she's such an amazing singer. Why does she only have...
Yeah, it has nothing to do with her talent or anything like that. It's it's just the fact that I don't think a lot, like she's been out in front of a lot of people that know who she is on Instagram. She needs to get in front of the people that know who she is on Instagram. She's just figuring out how to do that.
Absolutely. And it's important to note that when right before she left, she did say that social media has not been her strong point. It's not been something that she's really been focusing on, which, you know, like is fine. I get it. We're artists, right? We're artists and we want to focus on our art and our music and everything. And so this could definitely be, you know, a thing of that. She just hasn't really focused on it. She just posted when she's wanted to, so on and so forth. The problem with that is, and we talked about this with Henry Fong, the problem with that is that if you're creating art for art's sake, just because you want to create, then everything with social media is garbage and it doesn't matter. If you want to make art a living, then social media, internet marketing is literally the best route because it gets you in front of the people that are most likely to listen to you. So that's the only reason why social media has any type of weight, is just because it is a tool to get your music to the people that want your music, right? Could you agree with that, Brendan?
Yeah, totally.
Something that I'm noticing, and I was looking at this earlier, right? You and I have talked about this before, but it's the caveman test, right? Any social media, any website, anything. This is to show the strength of one's brand. It's the caveman test. And so basically, if you could show this to anyone, including a caveman, and if they can't within 3 seconds tell what this is about, what is going on, what type of page this is, it's not good because you're burning brain calories. When people come to your page for whatever reason, any roadblock, any amount of brain calories that they have to burn, it's not necessary and it's just going to hurt your brand. Can you agree with that, Brendan?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I know that she mentioned that she wanted to use this to inspire. And so I know that there has to be some leeway. There has to be some inspiring things, like how she was saying she's really into fantasy. So fantasy style, like pictures and stuff like that. I totally get that. But first and foremost, in my personal opinion, whenever anyone comes to your musical profile, they need to know right off the bat, without any, with literally within 3 seconds, they need to know it's about music. And, if we come up to the top, arguably it's a lot better. Her name is the Soto singer. She has a thing right here for Spotify. Looks like it says new sounds right there. This is good. But if we were just purely looking at, her pictures, she does have her Spotify year in view thing right here. But, if someone didn't know what Gravitas Recordings was, they wouldn't know what this is. Picture of her and her kid, which is adorable, of course, but it's not dealing with music. And I'm not saying don't post pictures of your kids. It's just, if someone was to look at your feed, they need to know within 3 seconds that you are a musician, that you are a singer, that you are something in that field.
Yeah, and it does show that. I think she asked us if it comes across the motivational. Yeah, we've got the Spotify year in review. We've got the record down there with Closey. You've also got like the nice pictures with cool quotes that mean something to her. You've got her in front of a microphone, so I think she does have that. Something that I would say, and this is totally just, if there's something that doesn't fit your branding that you want to post, I would say use your story.
Totally.
Your story is really important because you put anything there, it lasts for 24 hours. And then you can, if you really like it, you can throw it in your highlights up at the top. And then those little circles up at the top, there's highlights of old stories that you put, things that you can put there. And so I'd say it's really important to keep your feed, like on your Instagram feed, really coherent. And so when someone's scrolling through, they can see instantly every picture fits right on brand with what you're trying to say. And then if you want to go off of that, it's the best way to do that is to use it in your story and throw it in your highlights.
I completely agree.
That's the thing I say would keep it more streamlined and clean, so that when you are reaching out and we can show you how to reach out and like get more followers by using things like Sim Social, which is like it's a bot, and obviously that sounds bad, but it's real people that help you get in front of people who know who you are, so that they can get involved with you. It's not like just trying to get fake followers or anything like that. They're real people that know who you are or who would be interested in what you're doing. So yeah, that's just what I would have to say.
I completely agree with everything that you're just saying. Another great way, if you're on the paying side, you want to spend money to grow your account. This is really cool. This is a really cool idea that I just got turned on to. And from the people that have tried it, or at least that I've talked to, they said that the return on it is actually really, really good. And that's utilizing not promotions. Forget promotions. Promotions are the boosts of Facebook. They're just not good. They suck. What is good is running an ad on Instagram. If you run an ad, you can get so much more specified of who you want to target, and the ROI that comes from that, the engagement that you get on that is so much better. But here's what they do. Here's the tactic of what they do. Is so on Instagram, you'll see this on bigger pages, people that have over 10,000 followers, they can do the swipe up, right? Which is insanely powerful. But if you don't have 10,000 followers, it is what it is. But what you can do is when you run an ad, it bypasses that and it lets you do that. So what Cristina could do is that she could create a short 15-second video that says something to the effect of, hey, I've collaborated with AU5, Tritonal, 7 Lions, so on and so forth. If you like that kind of stuff, swipe up now and subscribe to my channel to be notified when I release other songs like that. Something of that fashion. That could really help drive a lot of traffic to her thing.
And then the cool thing that she can do is she can target those ads towards people who follow 7 Lions, AU5. And so the people that would be seeing those ads are literally the people who are already in love with her voice, who are already in love with the things that she's doing. And so she doesn't have to like fake it. She doesn't have to even get new fans. She's just already collecting the fans that may not be super fans yet, but that she's herding them into a place where she can now influence them further than just that song.
Another thing that I thought about to help her get the followers that she deserves, because again, she's collaborated with these huge people, like literally like the tastemakers, the heads of electronic music, right? She's collaborated with these people, but she doesn't have a lot of followers. And what I think that she could do is the next time she releases a song, let's say, she has I believe she has a song coming out with AU5, and I'm sure there'll be more Gravitas related things like Symbionic and Closey, and 7 Lions isn't Gravitas, gravitas, but you know what I mean, like people in that thing. What she can do, and this is really, really good. I believe you and I did it one time. I think we did it on Facebook though, but it's a collab live stream. The beautiful thing about that is, like, let's say her and AU5 are releasing a song. AU5 can go live on his Instagram and invite her to co-host the live with her, right? And so it's gonna like introduce his fans to her, but they get to put a face to it. They get to, you know what I mean? They get to see, and so it could drive people towards her Instagram to get more followers. What do you think about that?
In my opinion, very important to remember that this is where people are now. Mm-hmm. And so it's really easy to, like, you know, have hate on social media or to say, hey, you know, it's not my thing. But the truth is there's a lot of power that can be harnessed by someone like Cristina Soto and anyone out there who has a following. That this is a way to be able to influence people the way that you want to. If you can find a way to talk to people who care about what you have to say, it makes a huge difference. And so I totally echo your voice saying, you know, if you can do things like, you know, hop in a live stream with AU5 or with whoever you're doing, or, you know, using finding ways to target towards their audience that they already have, because part of the reason they love those people is because of you.
Exactly.
And I just think, like, looking at it that almost as in, like, you know, how can I herd in these people who care? You know, if you can think about it that way, it's great. Social media is a really powerful, influential tool.
Something that you said that really resonated with me is basically people already love her or they already love a certain artist like AU5 or whatever because of her, because, you know, like the vocal really like made the song a home to them, or whatever you want to say, right? And so what's beautiful that
there are people who are like that. It's not necessarily every time that's the thing, but there are people who are really drawn to a vocal and that they don't really know where to find it, or they don't know how. Sometimes you have to get in front of them. That's all you have to do. You just have to get in front of them, and then oh, that's the one.
And, you know, the beautiful thing about that is it's a phrase that John Lee Dumas uses on Entrepreneurs on Fire. If anyone isn't subscribed to that podcast, I highly encourage you to do so. But it's the concept of standing on the shoulders of giants, right? Whenever you collab with someone that is bigger than you, or you get featured on a channel that is bigger than you, or whatever whenever you have a chance to work with something or someone that is bigger than you, you're literally standing on their shoulders at that point, and you're I guess the term is you become famous by association, right? You should leverage the freaking crap out of that. 100%. We talked about this with Andre Benz from the CEO of Trap Nation. He said one of the biggest mistakes that he sees any artist do when he puts a song out on Trap Nation is that they don't go in and they don't talk to the people that are loving the song in the comments in YouTube, right? Now, I'm not saying that Cristina necessarily has to do that, doesn't necessarily have to do that, but it's leveraging, you know, if you release on Trap Nation, you can stand on the shoulders of Trap Nation and be like, hey, I'm right here, and everyone's looking at you. Oh man, he's on the shoulders of Trap Nation. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean? And you just need to learn how to leverage those things that you already have. So like with Cristina, leveraging that she's done songs with Said the Sky and Millennium and Seven Lions and all these guys, right? Standing on their shoulders and be like, hey, me, you know, right? Am I right?
Totally. And I think that can go for not just people you've collaborated with, but people that you want to collaborate with, 100%. People that you may think that you sound like are inspirations. If you, if you have this list, I would encourage anyone to make a list of people that they are super inspired by and that they feel like they sound like, and then target towards those people. Use those people to help you grow, and those are the people that you want to get in front of. So you can target towards those people and get fans and friends and people that you haven't even met before following you and talking to you. And I've seen massive success doing that, targeting towards people that I like and who have inspired me. And then I'll get, I remember, and this is an experience I had, I learned about, Instagram promoting and Facebook promoting, and I was using this thing, and I was targeting towards people who liked like Cascade and Seven Lions and Zed and these big people that I have Millennium, these people who have inspired me. And I remember someone posted like on their story, it was just a normal person. They posted on their story their top 15 favorite songs, and it was like Spectrum by Zed, yada yada by Elenium, yada yada by this person, yada yada by this person. And then all of a sudden there was Wanderer by Daddy.
Hey.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like I am not worthy to be in this list here. But it was cool because I was able to get someone who cared about my music and associated those two. And because of that, I gained a follower and a fan and a friend who cares about my music like I care about the music that he listed, if that makes sense.
Famous by association, man.
Don't be afraid to utilize the tools that you have in front of you. It changes a lot. And also don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think this goes for anybody that comes on in the DAW or behind the DAW. We're always down to help you get things started for your charge. Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on the channel and working with us. And I want to see Cristina up into the tens of thousands. I think she could do that fairly easily.
If you want to get us a consultation like this, go ahead and hit us up. We can do one for you. But other than that, thanks so much, DAW Nation. We'll catch you next time. Hey DAW Nation, hope you enjoyed this bonus episode of Behind the DAW where we did a social media marketing consultation for Cristina Soto. If you enjoyed it, again, please like, comment, subscribe, repost, and follow on any platform like iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Deezer, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you are. If you are interested in getting a social media marketing consultation similar to this one, but one where we're going to go much longer, where we can go much deeper on your needs, go ahead and click the private lessons link in the description, and you can book your own private social media marketing consultation. Again, if you are interested in the Patreon, giving suggestions for people to come on the show, or the Cristina Soto sample pack that she did through Black Octopus, go ahead and check out the links as well. And then finally, make sure to check out Cristina Soto's Behind the DAW episode. It was the one right before this. I'd highly encourage you to check that out. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. DAW Nation, thank you so much for joining us for this social media consultation, and we'll catch you next time.